Is an LLC or S Corp better? This is such a common question we get all the time. Let's talk about it. First off, disclaimer, I am not your attorney. I am not your CPA. I'm just providing education on commonly understood topics that you can find anywhere. All of this can be researched and looked up online. I highly recommend you do that in addition to watching this video, but this video will get you pointed in the right direction at least. Okay, so let's talk about what is an S Corp. This is something that so many people we get asked about it all the time. It's the number one question people ask. So if you have this question, you are not alone. It's super common. So let's get directly into it. Okay, this is an LLC, and this is an LLC with an S Corp. I mean, that's basically it. An S Corp is not an entity type. People say, is an LLC or an S Corp better? But you can have an LLC with an S Corp. They don't have to be mutually exclusive of each other. People get confused because it has Corp in it, which refers to corporation, an S corporation. So people are like, well, should I be an S Corp? Should I be an S corporation? Or should I be an LLC? And that's just simply not how it works. To break this down, you have to understand how the IRS works. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And it is actually, even though it's probably 95% of all the filings that we do, if not more, it's probably the vast majority of all the filings in every state in the country. But it's really, really new. Wyoming was the first state to support LLCs in 1977, and it wasn't until 1996 that all 50 states supported it. So it's really only been about 25 years that LLCs have even existed fully in every state. So the IRS has not caught up yet. The IRS does not have a classification for a tax entity labeled as an LLC. So they just kind of lazily say, well, okay, then you can be taxed as a sole proprietor or a general partnership, or you can be taxed as a S corporation or a C corporation. So we have a video going over, what a sole proprietorship and general partnership is. Watch that if you haven't, if you don't understand what that is. But basically, a sole proprietorship and general partnership are basically both sole proprietors. A general partnership is a sole proprietor with just more than one person. And so if you file an LLC in any state and then just don't do anything, you automatically get taxed by the IRS as a sole proprietor or general partnership. But really you file Schedule C, which is a sole proprietor form. So even though you have an LLC, you still have the protection of the LLC as long as you're doing business properly. But there's no form that you fill out that says I'm an LLC. You basically fill out a sole proprietor form and point it to your personal taxes. And that's if you file an LLC and just don't do anything. Optionally, you can file this S Corp election form. Now you have a couple of months after you file the LLC. So let's say I form my LLC on January 1st. I have a few months to actually file this S Corp form, and it's really just a form you fill out and fax to the IRS. Alternatively, you can just default to your sole proprietorship if you're a single member LLC. Again, managers and members are described in another video linked. But if you file as an LLC, you get taxed as a sole proprietor. But you can run a couple of years if you want, just not doing anything, just being taxed as a sole proprietor. Again, you have the liability protection of the LLC, but you pay taxes as if you're a sole proprietor. I get it's confusing. It's just how it is. But after a couple of years, say 2 or 3 years go by, you talk to your CPA, and your CPA says, you know what? Based on your business, you're actually kind of missing out on some cool tax benefits. So, we can file you as an S Corp for the next tax year. And so then you would just file that S Corp election a couple years down the road. And you can absolutely do that. So you can be an LLC taxed as a sole proprietor for a couple of years, and then later on be taxed as an S Corp after you file that election. The caveat is that you have to file this S Corp. If you don't file the S Corp within the first few months of filing your LLC, you only have a couple month window at the beginning of every year. So I think it's something along the lines of January 1st to probably end of February every year. So let's say you file in 2022 as an LLC, and then in 2025 you decide you want to be an S Corp. Basically, you just file that S Corp tax election, in January or February of 2025, and then for the 2025 tax year, you can be taxed as an S Corp. Again, that is something to discuss with your CPA, a qualified professional that knows your personal and business nuances, that can tell you whether that's a good idea or not. I know a lot of people like to say, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that, but the people telling you that you should do this probably aren't in the know either. I'm not. I don't know your personal situation. I don't know your business's situation. So talk to someone who's qualified to answer those questions for you. But that's it. That's all the difference is. You can be an LLC and be an S Corp at the same time. Simple answer. Thanks for watching. And if you got benefit out of this video, please like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. But also, you can go to betterlegal.com. If you don't have an LLC yet, you can file one with us, and we can do the S Corp tax election for you after we file your LLC. And you can find us at betterlegal.com. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.